Hey there, workout junkies! Welcome to 2020. The new year has begun, and we know you're trying to get in shape. Let's talk about the best and worst diets you can do in 2020. We'll talk about their history as well as their benefits. Where did they come from? Can they improve my heart health? What about the bad diet? Can it make me even less healthy? We're talking all that and more. What's the best? The Mediterranean diet. You've heard of the Mediterranean diet, right? It's basically one of the healthiest diets around. I'm serious. The benefits are nearly endless. The Mediterranean diet is comprised of a number of foods from countries in and around the Mediterranean Sea. These include Greece, Cyprus, Croatia, Spain, Morocco, and Italy. The diet is primarily based around legumes, olive oil, fruits, and vegetables. You are also suggested a moderate amount of fish, cheese, yogurt, and wine. Interest in this diet began in the 1960s, when reports stated that the rate of coronary heart disease was decreasing in Mediterranean countries. Linking this discovery to their diet, people around the world began adopting what was dubbed the Mediterranean diet. Let's break down some of its amazing benefits. Number 1. Heart health. Why don't we have a closer look at this for a moment? It's not just data from the 1960s that supports this finding. There have been many studies since then confirming that the Mediterranean diet improves your heart health. A study done in 2006 showed that supplementing olive oil or nuts into your meals for 3 months could lower both your cholesterol level and your blood pressure. Normally, if these levels are too high, you're at risk of heart disease. Another study from 2008 was shown to reduce your odds of metabolic syndrome by 14%. Number 2. Weight loss. On top of heart disease, the Mediterranean diet can prevent a ton of additional health issues. Try weight reduction, for example. That's probably why you're starting off your new year by heading to the gym. If you were to go with this standard diet, you can potentially lose around 22 pounds in less than a year. That may not seem like a lot, but losing double-digit pounds just from switching up your diet is a huge achievement. Research has indicated that sticking to the Mediterranean diet can lead to both decreased weight and belly fat over a period of 5 years. You could experience a greater rate of weight loss with the Mediterranean than with a traditional low-fat diet. Number 3. Alzheimer's disease. Right now, you're probably thinking, this sounds great. When do I begin? Well, hold your horses there for a second. This diet still has more to offer. For instance, did you know that it can reduce your risk of Alzheimer's disease? Given that an estimated 5.8 million Americans currently suffer from the illness, you may want to consider going Mediterranean after all. The antioxidants located within the fruits and veggies go to work fighting against free radicals, restoring cognitive function in your brain. It can also increase the amount of protein in your brain, helping to keep it healthy. Number 4. Type 2 diabetes. Alzheimer's can be terrifying, but compared to the number of people with diabetes, there's little competition. Out of the 30 million Americans with diabetes, close to 90% of them suffer from type 2. The Mediterranean diet holds the ability to protect your body from type 2 diabetes. A study conducted in 2011 showed that people who commit to this eating routine were 52% less likely to develop the disease. Number 5. Longevity. By decreasing your weight as well as your risk of diabetes, Alzheimer's, and heart disease, the Mediterranean diet is bound to have a great final result. Another great benefit of the Mediterranean diet is the ability to increase your longevity. Think about it, you're eating mostly vegetables and fruits. Well, try this on for size. Were you aware that steady consumption of the diet's contents has the potential of reducing your mortality rate by 20%? For information on what Mediterranean food to eat and when, it's best to contact your doctor or nutritionist. Now that we've discussed the best diet of 2020, let's get into the dirty stuff. Have you heard about the worst diet you can do this year? Well, strap yourselves in because it's bound to shock you. But before we continue, are you concerned about your overall health? Perhaps you should check out our recent video, The 9 Healthiest High-Fiber Foods You Should Be Eating. Also, are you trying to get in shape for the new year? You need to check out our clip on what running for 30 minutes can do to your body. Now let's talk about the worst diet of 2020. What's the worst, you ask? The keto diet. Don't let that jaw drop too far. Yes, it's true, and many health experts have agreed. While it seems to be all the rage back in 2019, studies have shown that the world-famous keto diet may not be all it's cracked up to be. For the two of you who still may not know, the ketogenic diet requires you to eat low carbs and higher fats. Since you're no longer consuming carbohydrates, your body will use your fat as fuel to burn. Throughout history, variations of the keto diet have been used to treat a number of health issues. Beginning in ancient Greece, physicians began using the diet as a way to treat epilepsy. Moving through the centuries, people would continue to use it to combat the condition as well as other illnesses. While people have seemingly gone crazy for it over the last little while, very little research is available to support the belief that the long-term effects actually work. To be fair, it has been found to help in the case of epilepsy and short-term weight loss. But experts have pointed out some downsides that do not make it look as promising as it once did. These include: Number 1. Insufficient weight loss evidence. Yes, a short-term keto plan does help you cut weight rather quickly, but there is little conclusive evidence supporting the belief that keto helps you keep that weight off. Much of the time, people who attempt the keto diet actually don't see a significant difference in weight. It's normally because they're still consuming too much protein. When you're cutting carbs, you're supposed to be replacing it with fat. Some people make the mistake of doubling their protein instead. While you're allowed to have moderate amounts, your protein intake should remain low. In order for the diet to properly work, you must be consuming between 55 and 60% fat, 30 to 35% protein, and 5 to 10% carbohydrates. If you deviate from these numbers, your body is unlikely to go into ketosis, a fancy word for the fat-burning process. Number 2. Keto Flu. Have you heard of this gem? Yes, with a decreased carb intake comes an illness. It has been described as a collection of symptoms that serve as a reaction to the keto diet. These include nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, dizziness, and headache, along with plenty others. When you first begin the keto diet, the loss of carbs in your system puts your body into sort of a withdrawal. It's said to be similar to the one experienced when trying to get off caffeine. Symptoms of the keto flu normally last about a week. That's right, the flu for an entire week. If you would like to skip getting sick, perhaps it's time for another diet. Number 3. Poor gut health. Since you're cutting down on carbs, you'll be taking in less fiber. This nutrient is essential to maintaining a proper gut. If you aren't consuming enough, your digestive system won't work properly. Low fiber intake eventually causes you to experience constipation. This is due to your bowels not functioning properly. There is sometimes no worse feeling than being out of shape and constipated at the same time. Throw the keto flu into the mix and you're in hell. Low fiber can also damage your microbiome. This is the bacteria located in your gut that assists in digestion, disease prevention, and brain health. Several studies have linked the keto diet to an increase in gut inflammation, not to mention damaged microbiome among epileptic children. Number 4. Bad breath. I mean, sure, we all want to look good, but does it really matter if your breath stinks? Low-carb diets in general are known for bringing on halitosis, but the keto diet is perhaps the most notorious culprit. Here's how it happens. When your body is undergoing ketosis, the fat burning will produce certain chemicals. These chemicals are released through your breath, forming what many have come to call keto breath. To get rid of it, it's suggested that you drink water to flush out the chemicals. Either that or start brushing your teeth more. The good news is that the diet is likely working in your favor. The early stages of the diet, that is. Only time will tell if the keto diet actually works for you. Are you looking to start a new diet this year? Did this video help? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Enjoyed this video? Hit like, share, and subscribe to Bestie. Wait! What kind of bestie are we if we don't tell you about our other awesome videos? Go ahead, choose the left or right video and enjoy.